Hello people, I am Sky Demolisher and welcome back for another From the Collection Fridays, a series where I take things from my collection and show it to you, my viewers. And this week it is my Banpresto EXQ figure from Fate Extra Last Encore Gawain. So I know that you guys like the boxes, so I'll just have to adjust the camera for this. On the box front, have to adjust the camera a bit more because I need a little bit higher. Professionalism. It is not my forte. So on the front is a very nice front-on picture of Gawain. Then you get like the back shot and a zoomed in front shot. Did I turn that the right way? I think both, yeah. Both actually have front shots. There's no back shot of this, unlike the rider figure. And then a nice full-on pose. So I'll just put the box to the side. Now I need to adjust the camera lower because of the way that Gawain is posed. He's in a lunging pose, which makes it just a little bit harder to get it at the right angle for people to look at. So as you can see, he comes very well sculpted in his armour. It's very nice. It kind of reminds me a bit of the armour for Snoke's guard in The Last Jedi. Not that I particularly liked The Last Jedi, but I did like the armour of that guard. What is it? The Elite Praetorian Guard. You can see they've sculpted the hair and everything. Seems to have like a, I would say it's kind of like a black undersuit. Haven't seen it, but this figure is probably one of the more complex ones of the statue varieties that I've got. Not just because of his pose there, but because he came in more parts than what most of them come with. Because most of them, you just open it, it's a figure and a base, and you shove it on the base and that's it. But this guy, I think both of the legs were, I'm pretty sure this is right, both legs were detached at the at this point. So you had to slot those in. Then you had to take the sword apart slightly. So you take the pommel off the bottom, slide it through the hands in such a way that both hands are able to hold it, and then put it back together. And hope like hell that he stands on his base. So he's got a very, very nice lunging pose. There is a little bit of damage right back here. I would say that like when they came to pull it off I'm guessing it's like a casting sprue, that was somewhat left over. But there are details down in his boots there. I'll see if I can zoom in and show you. So there is actually gold in them for the rivet. Sort of thing, and it goes up into his leg armour, which of course is hidden underneath that skirt part. So he has a really, really nicely done face. Like, trying to find that sweet spot. It's sort of like a good action during fight face, and it's one of the things I quite like about it. Now I picked this up from the Pop Stop pretty much as an accidental purchase. I didn't mean to get it, but they sort of sent out the wrong figure, which was this guy, and I let them know, and they just happened to still have the rider that I wanted in stock. So I just came to an arrangement with them, and now I have both of them. I was planning on getting him at a later point, if he was still available, but I was more after rider, just because I thought she looked really cool. I do have another rider figure from, I think it's a different company. Might be another Banpresto one, but not this quality of figure. And this Gawain is, I think, the third of the EXQ style figures that I own. So I'll give you a nice little spin there. He looks really cool. It's very clean armour. Actually, if I bring the camera up and then maybe angle it back down, you might be able to see. There you go. You can even see they've put in details down here, which is a pretty awesome thing to do for a figure. All around, I'm very pleased with it. The only sort of downside that I have as an opinion of him is because of his size. Now, you know that I shoot a lot of these like in a row, normally 4 or 5 videos, so I still have the rider here. If I put rider in with him, and then turn them to the side, you can see how much bigger his base is next to hers. You can also see how tall she is next to him while he's lunging. So it makes it a bit harder to figure out where to put him because of that lunging pose. It looks magnificent, I will give it that, but the extra length, which is basically, you know, like I think probably 2 and a bit times the size of the circular bases there, it just takes up that much more room. So that's probably one of the only things I would think people need to be aware of if they're picking them up. But all around, they're very awesome figures. I love them. I would like to get more of these EXQ figures because I think they're the next step up from some of the other figures that I had, like the Evangelion ones. So I think they were like Sega figures. They're all, I think, called prize figures. So I think in like Japan, they have those crane machines that you can win these from. Whereas in New Zealand, the only thing you win is like candy and soft toys, normally, from the crane ones. You would get like iPhones and that sort of stuff, and the ones where you've got to like line it up with like a box thing and push them off. But to be honest, I've never seen anyone win one of those things. Whereas with the, you know, the claw ones, you know, the ones that come down like that and they grab it and then, you know, normally they pull it to like here and then they jankle and they let it go. Those ones I have won quite a few things from. Like I said, they're soft toys, so at the end of the year I normally bundle everything that I've won up and I give it away to charity. Not that you particularly care, but it's my story and I'm telling it. So, I hope you've enjoyed this video. And until next time, take care of yourselves. Bye.